A couple of weeks ago, I think it was the aberration. Really, you guys had a lot of penalties in that Chicago game, but since then, man, I don't think Brady. He hasn't been sacked, and he might have been touched one time. So, what's really kind of pulled that protection together, and just the way you guys have been playing as a unit the last couple of weeks, especially.
I think you just need to commend all the guys on doing their job. Coach obviously he stressed the point about penalties and that we can't have pre-snap penalties. So after he said that, we kind of had to sit there and do our job. But a lot of it is just being able to be on the same page, communication-wise, and whatnot. And then, we got good guys out there playing. So everybody out there doing their job.
And when Tom, as he's wont to do, when things don't go well, I mean, he's not afraid to get in guys' grills a little bit, right? So what's been your experience with his fire on the sideline, and just how do you guys accept that, as well as the praise he gives you, obviously, after every game?
Surprise is I don't think that I've heard him really go off. It's a lot of positive yelling that he does. Like you say, no penalties. We can't have that type of stuff. But it's great to be able to have somebody who's been to the top and been to the Super Bowl and know how to get there. And you just kind of sit there and you trust him and how he managed the game, and like I said, communication and everything. So, Tom's been great, with a lot of guys, and we love him. So,
thanks.
All right, next up, Greg Allman.
You good, Alex? Okay.
Hey, Donovan, I just wanted, given kind of the high level of play you guys are at, where you've allowed, I think it's 8 sacks in 7 games, I just want to ask you how much you guys as a line want to continue that, how much that kind of adds to the desire to keep things going and not have a lapse, because it's easy, I know sometimes when teams get going on defense, to have a game where suddenly there's a bunch of sacks. Just how important that is for you guys.
Oh, yeah, no, it's really important. I mean, I feel like with football, just anywhere, all the way down to peewee, all the way up to, professional level, you're only going to go as far as your offensive line. We got 5 guys out there, got to work as a unit. So, we take pride in that. We're going to continue to keep building and grow and keep doing what we've been doing. The thing we talk about is consistency. So if we can consistently do that for the rest of the season, I don't see why not. That's the plan. I feel like it's all up to us.
Don, this is the second week in a row you guys are facing a team that's dealing with a COVID positive test and quarantining on the offensive line. I just want to ask you how hard that is. Luckily, you guys have been able to avoid it, but just what it's like to think about not practicing as a unit for the 2 or 3 days before a game and how you overcome that.
I'm practicing, so but it's tough. I'm pretty sure it's tough for those guys. You kind of use the week of practice to get ready. Whether it be certain looks, some guys, they learn by, being out there and actually getting the rep rather than on film. So if you're not in the building at all and practicing and stuff, it can be tough. But, a lot of guys, I'm pretty sure that they have the ability to, do what they need to do to make sure that they're good for Monday in this case. But yeah, it's your profession. So you got to know what to do. And yeah, you just go with it, roll with the punches, is control what you could control, honestly.
I know there's no crowd Monday, and you just went back 2 years ago, and I know you were more of a Jets guy than a Giants guy, but how special is it just to go back close to home and get to play there?
Yeah, it's always cool to go back home. Well, Jersey's not home, but it's close. And,
close, right.
It's always cool because, that's where I was born and raised, and it's a familiar place. And you always want to, you got the home team, quote unquote, stadium that you go play in and everything. So, you just go out there and you have fun with it. Like I said, for me, I'm going back up top. So
thanks, Tom.
All right, next we'll go over to Joey Knight.
Donovan, at this stage of your career, are you able to file losses away, or does last year's loss to the Giants still sting?
Ooh, good question. I think I saw a couple plays from that. Yeah, obviously, I mean, you never forget. You move on, but you definitely you kind of just take them. You take your wins or losses. I mean, it's not much you can do about it now, but moving forward, we're going to play them again. We own them. So, you definitely, I guess so. You remember that stuff.
And Byron Leftwich said, even the Bears game, the whole game wasn't a bad game. He said there was just a hiccup here and there. What was the hiccup that you recall from that game?
Yeah, I mean, let me think. What was that? 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Penalties, like you said, you can't go out there and have penalties, and that's any team. You go out there and you have penalties. It's hard to win games, because you mess up field position, flow of game, and stuff like that. So, penalties was the issue.
All right, last question. We'll go over to Mark Cook.
Hey, Donovan, you were pretty vocal before the season started about the COVID protocols and some concerns you had playing this year. How do you feel that the NFL has done? How do you feel the organization itself has done protecting you guys and keeping you safe as you've been so far?
I feel like the Bucs organization has done a great job in, setting up the facility to be where we can social distance and maneuver. It's just like second nature. You adjust and adapt to it, and it's just like any other day now. So, outside of that, you just got to commend the Bucs and the staff for everything that they've done to make sure that we're able to be here, and also the guys. It's a commitment to stay true and, make sure you're not out, and your family members as well, because, that's how it's pretty much transmitted. So, you got to commend the guys here as well, as well as the organization. So.
And lastly, when you look across the line at the other end and you see Tristan Wirfs, a rookie, some of the guys that he's went up against, and you know how difficult it is to come in here as a rookie and face some top pass rushers. What's your thoughts on how he's played this year? Are you surprised? And what have you been able to do to kind of give him some encouragement and maybe some tips as well?
Hey, man, we talk a lot of tackle talk, just about guys, personnel, who we're playing, moves, stuff like that. But yeah, no, he's great. He's like a little brother, kind of, to me. We have a lot of fun, but he's doing a great job out there, holding his own, doing his thing. And, that's what you kind of expect. That's the expectations of, being a first round pick, right? Actually, everybody, but, being a first rounder, you got to hold your own. So, he's doing a great job with that, and I'm excited to see him in the rest of his career.
All right, that's all. Appreciate it, Donovan.